Hi everybody, it's Tatiana, and today I'm doing some quick reviews on the graphic novels that I have recently read, and they are Saga Volume 2 and Saga Volume 3 and Lazarus Volume 1. Now, I really enjoyed Saga Volume 2. It took me a little bit longer to read this one. I started reading it late at night. And for Volume 1 and Volume 3, that was not a problem, but there was a lot of background information in Volume 2 about Marco, and so that gave some good information and some very useful insights, but it was dragged just a little bit, and so it took me a little longer to read this. It took a couple of days for me to read this versus the couple of hours it took for me to read Volume 3. Volume 3 I absolutely love. This Gwendolyn is a piece of work, but I really enjoyed this volume, and so now I am all caught up, and I just have to wait for Volume 4. There are tons of reviews on Saga and what it's about all over book 2, so the only thing that I'm going to say about these two is that I absolutely enjoyed them, and I will be continuing with the series. I know and fully understand why it's gotten as much hype as it has, because it's a really good and well done graphic novel series. On to Lazarus Volume 1. I had no idea what this was about. It actually, what drew my attention to it was that it looked like a bitch who kicks ass, and so I was very intrigued by the cover as well as the information on the back, because it sounds kind of futuristic, dystopian, and so it sparked my interest, but it is not YA. But I really enjoyed the first volume of this graphic novel series. I am looking forward to Volume 2. I'm kind of sad that I found it when I did, because I think I read this in June, and I think Volume 2 doesn't come out until either August or September. I need to look and check that, because if it comes out in July, I need to order it, because I really enjoyed it. If this were a novel, I don't know if I would have been interested, or I don't know if it would have held my attention. What really grabbed my attention, although some of the ways that the characters are drawn are not as, say, sharp as in the Saga series, it's still very good, but what kept my attention is the expressions on their faces. And what's funny is, even though the characters in this graphic novel speak, their lips never move. Like, their mouths are always closed when they're speaking, regardless of what they're saying. Their facial expressions change, but their mouths never open to show, or I don't even know if you can see that because of the light, but to show that they're actually speaking. All of their mouths are always closed. I found that kind of funny. But other than that, the story is very interesting. Basically what this story is, or the background of it is, it's in the future, and anybody who doesn't have money is considered waste. Meaning people who don't matter, they're expendable. All of the resources are hoarded and gathered in the compounds of the houses and property that the rich people own. And the only way that the poor people have access to this is either to work for them or to steal it. And if they work for them, then they get paid, and they get paid in resources they can use. If they steal it, it's punishable by death. And this chick is the guardian or the guard that keeps watch over the compounds that the family, the Carlisle family, that she is owned by, or whom she works for, however you want to look at it, that they own. So she goes from one compound or territory to another, basically being the strong arm of the family, so that if people are out of control, or they're doing things they're not supposed to do, or resources come up missing. She's the enforcer who comes in to take care of the threat. But there is something that is amiss with her, and so that's what the beginning of this journey is about. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I really hope that the series continues as it is going, because it's going to be very, very interesting. By all means, I would suggest giving it a try. The first volume is $10. Of course, the other volumes that come out are going to be more than that. But if you like stories that have some political intrigue with corruption and Big Brother things going on, which really is, in all honesty, is not a type of story that would normally grab my attention. This was strictly a cover buy, but I got it and I liked it. So if I liked it, if that is something, if those kinds of storylines appeal to you, then you would definitely like it too. So that is all that I have to say on those 3 graphic novels, and I hope you all have a good weekend whenever you see this video. Peace out.